Senators introduce bipartisan bill to make childbirth free. Okay, this is interesting because this is the second bipartisan bill that I've seen proposed. The last one was the revenge corn, getting that off of the thing.
Look at that.
Off the internet. So it's interesting this is another one, and this would seem like it would be a popular thing, right? Like if you're trying to increase birth rates, you're trying to make it easier for people to have kids. They're doing the $5,000 tax credit or whatever that Trump was talking about. Now they're saying you could have a kid and not have to pay for it. That sounds like a W. You know what I mean? Could birth soon be free in America? A bipartisan group of senators has introduced legislation that would require insurance companies to cover all costs related to childbirth without any copays or deductibles for the patients. Okay, so this is if you have health insurance.
I mean, it is a legal requirement nowadays.
To have health insurance?
Yeah, otherwise you get fined by the government at the end of the year.
That's true, huh? Shout out Obamacare. So the legislation, the Supporting Healthy Moms and Babies Act, was introduced in the Senate last week and is co-sponsored by 2 Republicans and 2 Democrats. Okay, that's fine. So, I mean, if you have good health insurance, how expensive is it to have a baby?
It can be pretty expensive.
With health insurance?
Yeah, very much so.
How expensive?
So for me, it was great. It wasn't bad at all. And then for our first son, I think it was before we had health insurance here, Melissa still had her health insurance. That was really good. But I know people, like if you have like the bronze plan or even the silver plan, like I knew people that were like, yeah, our insurance just doesn't cover much. And so you have to meet your deductible first. So they're like, for us, it was $8,000.
Oof.
We have close friends that like aren't having a second baby because it's going to cost as much as buying a used car.
No.
So they're like, man, it's awesome you guys have like really good health insurance, because like for us, we'd have to like budget buying a new car as on a pastor's income.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like people with health insurance are dropping like $5,000-10,000 on a baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well.
Can you Google what does it cost to have a baby? Like without health insurance. Well, I want to know, what does it cost to have a baby without health insurance? Someone said, do that and remove all Planned Parenthood facilities. That's one of the best things I've ever heard. Shout out to Josh. Yeah. If you just defund Planned Parenthood, can't you then just fund some of that money into the thing? Yeah. I want to know what it costs. Like considering you don't got to go to the NICU, like what does having a baby cost? I always thought it was about $5,000 to just have a baby.
Inflation.
Okay, so here we go. So now we got some numbers. Okay, so a vaginal delivery is $13,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that would make sense because when I was looking at this 10 years ago, because how I know about this is because we were looking at potentially doing a home birth with one of our kids.
Yeah.
And so some of our friends were having home births, and it was about $5,000 to have a home birth, I think, plus like the midwife, or maybe that was with the midwife.
Yeah, yeah.
The thing with a home birth is like you might still have to go to the hospital if something goes wrong.
I've heard of a lot of people that have to.
You have heard of that?
Yeah.
I don't know of anyone that had a home birth that had complications.
I don't know anyone personally, but I feel like every other weekend, Melissa's like, oh, I follow this person that had a home birth, but had to go to the hospital. Ugh.
The C-section would make sense why that's so expensive, because the C-section you got
full-on surgery.
This is a full-on surgery, and that's like a serious surgery.
Yeah,
that's a serious surgery to have. So yeah, $13,000, and if you don't have health insurance, that's $13,000 out of pocket. So then with health insurance, you're saying some people got to hit a deductible, and then you're like, now you're dropping $5,000 to $10,000 potentially out of pocket.
Yeah, exactly. The interesting thing and then oftentimes I would guess for most people that rolls into like a debt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like because the health insurance or the health system is pretty much the easiest to just roll into some sort of debt system, right? Because like you can't buy a car without getting cleared and like this whole process. But with hospital, you kind of just show up and they're like, do you want to pay now or later? You know, later. And then they're like calling you, like, oh yeah, I'll get to it.
Yeah. But you guys just had a baby, and with health insurance.
Yeah, with health insurance, it's $500.
$500. And I mean, we have the nicest health insurance that we can buy.
No, that's really, really good.
Yeah.
$500.
Were you guys at this new Kaiser building?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really like Kaiser, but I also understand that we are very fortunate to have really good health insurance. And the cool thing about Kaiser is everything's in the same building, right? And so like you getting to go see this person or that person is all under the same roof.
Yeah.
And then the hospital is right next door now in San Marcos.
And they had a nice coffee shop downstairs.
Really?
Actually. Yeah.
At the hospital.
And so
how many days were you in the hospital though when you guys had the baby?
I think we got there. I think we were there for 2 nights, 3 days.
Wow, that long. In the past, they've gotten us out of there in like a night. Like
well, we got there in the middle of the day, and I think she got induced.
Okay.
And then the baby was born by like 6 p.m. I think.
Okay.
And then obviously that night, then 1 full day of like checkups. Like they didn't start checkups right there. You know, all the systems. And
Sure.
The ear person and the eye person. And then it was 1 full day. And I think we went home. I think it's possible we went home that night. I don't remember sleeping a second night there. But we might have. We might have slept there 2 nights and then left in the morning.
I mean, birth is one of the most beautiful, miraculous, yet at the same time dangerous things that any human can experience.
Yeah.
So someone bringing in life into this world and then being hit with a $10,000 hospital bill just sounds awful.
Sounds not good. I also think preventing people, like people that want to have kids, and then they're like, well, I can't afford a used car, so I'm just not going to have kids. It's like pretty sad.
It's really sad.
You know, or like they have a vision for how close they want an age gap to be, but they just can't. You know, they can't afford it. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so I think this is I think this is going to be very popular. And I think in light of the incentives to get Americans to have more kids, this is a massive W to if they can get this passed and figure out a way to say, hey, you know, because here's the thing. There's a lot of inflated costs within the healthcare industry.
A lot.
So a lot of stuff is like, yeah, you're not really paying for said thing. You're paying, like, okay, I'll give you guys an example. I went to ortho doctor today. I've had 2 in the last 6 years. So I had a knee surgery in 2019, and then I had a knee surgery in 2022. And I went to the doctor, and I'm trying to figure out, because my knee is getting real tight again. So like, I don't play basketball, I don't run, I don't sprint, I lift weights, and just like regular movements. And even when I'm lifting weights, I'm not sitting here maxing out on the squat.
Yeah.
Right. Like I go heavy on the deadlift, but like even talking to my doctor, I was like, hey, I've been hearing this stuff about stem cells, and I want to know if I can get stem cell treatment on my knee. And he's like, well, we can give you a cortisol shot. We can give you one of these gel shots. We're about to start doing stem cell shots, but it's probably not going to replace cartilage, because that's not what they do. They just make it your joints and stuff smoother.
Yeah.
But he's like, if you go through Kaiser, they charge it a lot, and so now you're looking at $800 to $1,000 for a shot of stem cell. He's like, my ortho doctor goes, you're probably better just finding someone locally to do it, because we don't cover it and we mark it up.
Oh my God.
So just find a different doctor to do it. He's like, you'll probably pay $300 to $400. And I'm like, I have health insurance.
Yeah.
I pay you health insurance. You're telling me as a doctor that it may help, but we're going to double it, triple it, whatever it is on the market, and we don't cover any of it. But we'll give you this cortisone shot, or we'll give you this gel shot.
Crazy.
I'm like, what? So basically what we decided was like, hey, come back, get the cortisone shot. I'm getting a gel shot.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that does. The cortisone shot could cause more damage with tissue damage or whatever. But he's like, get it, you'll probably feel good, and your knee will feel better. But don't get it if you're about to go to Vegas, because there's a slight chance your knee can swell up, and you don't want to be in Vegas with a swollen knee.
Yeah.
It's like it's very slight, but I just don't want you to take that chance. So when you come back, we'll get you the shot. And I was like, okay.
That's crazy. That reminds me of this video that went super viral of this guy that didn't have health insurance or got a bill because they thought he didn't have health insurance. He asks for says, oh, we actually have health insurance. Can you process that? Gets the bill back. It's more expensive.
Oh my gosh.
How can I help you? So I think there's a mistake on the bill, but maybe you could help me out. We got a bill, and then we realized that you guys didn't have our insurance, so we sent you the insurance, and it looks like the bill went up.
It went up?
Yeah, the first bill we got without the insurance was $600, and then the second one was almost $1,300.
Double.
What?
Okay. Yeah, so the first invoice you received, that's a discount that you receive if you're uninsured. So you're not eligible for the discount since you are insured. And so the bill was $2,342.14. We billed your insurance. Your insurance only paid $1,078.85.
Can I go back to the discount without the insurance?
What?
No, so you're insured, so you're not eligible for the discount.
So basically, it just goes on.
Oh my
and he's trying
gosh.
to reason with this dude,
This
and
is
the guy's
awful.
just following the script and can't do anything about it. And this is not to be that guy, but this is that kind of like brain rot state of California type of policy.
Oh, for sure.
That's like, hey, we'll give massive discounts to our large population,
And we'll subsidize
of-
a massive
Yeah.
health insurance for a lot of people.
but like
The person paying for the
the
insurance
person paying
gets,
for everything
gets penalized.
Just, yeah, if you're here legally and you got
What?
everything, you're fine. Just we don't care about you.
Yeah, that ain't it. That ain't it. I don't know how you fix the healthcare industry. I have no idea how you fix it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Definitely not
But-
shooting CEOs.
But it definitely not that.
definitely not.
Definitely not
That didn't do anything.
But this just
actually.
seems stupid.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
This is stupid.
It's pretty bad.
If you don't want to be stupid, you should pick up
Come
our
on.
Occupy Till I Come 60-day devotional, available right now, 35 days in the Old Testament, really helping you not be stupid, to avoid the brain rot that we see happening. And for celebration of Rainbow Flag Month, we even added a rainbow flag right here. Because
A rainbow, not a rainbow flag.
A rainbow. Not a rainbow flag, a rainbow. To take back the rainbow.
Come on.
It's 35 days in the Old Testament, 25 days in the New Testament. Every single day has an additional reading and a custom journal prompt with different questions about the reading, with a section to document your prayer request, and there's just notes in the back. So these are available right now for our big Father's Day sale. $22 right now. Go to blessgod.shop. We also got some other items available, like our brand new Priest Provider Protector collection with our collaboration with the homie Josh Nadeau, oversized angel tee. We got a $44 hoodie. We got some hats, $19 hats. This is the biggest sale we've had since Black Friday. And we got a mug, by the way. So if you want to get something for your dad, for your pastor, for your husband, for your mentor, get him something that says priest, provider, protector. Oh my gosh, you are winning. They are winning. They're going to be so happy. And so get your Father's Day shopping done now, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, thank you so much for checking out the video. Please be sure to comment below and subscribe and all that good stuff. And check out this other video that YouTube seems to be recommending just for you. Let me know if they nailed it. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace.